Hey guys, back with another one. So this is a real sad situation. Queens of Kings, aka Rose, had made some allegations up on her mother. She just recently hit the 1 milli tier, as we all know, a lot of you. And she thinks that everyone's out trying to clout chase off her name, and she's accusing her mother of clout chasing, and she doesn't like it. And she saw some things that were unsettling to her, which was the mother putting up pictures of them back in the day. And, Rose feels as though the mother's doing this for attention, and she pretty much character assassinated her mother, even though knowing that her mother has been through DV, and she went through this with Rose's father. Rose is still attacking her mother. And I think it's really sad. Hey, Chicago in the building. Hey, Angela Smith. You're the first one in the chat. How are you, sweetie? Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Now, I'm gonna wait for y'all to come in because I want to play this video so everybody can hear it. I'm just trying to give a little backstory to what's going on. It's really unfortunate. And I don't know who's lying. Let me just say that first and foremost. But I just I'm getting the energy. Hey, Chick Life. Oh, hey, Ashley. Oh, new subscribe. Oh, y'all are coming up in here. That's what's up. Hi, Lisa. That's what's up. But listen, we're going to play this in a minute. I just got a few things I need to say to you guys. I don't know Rose. I don't know her mother. I don't know, but when I listened to what she had to say defending herself as a woman. Hey, Danny, I got this feeling of feeling bad for for her. I feel like she's being sincere. Um, I like in my case, I think that when we have children at young ages, sometimes we don't do the best by our children, and it's not on purpose. And I think that this is what the situation is here. I don't look at Rose's mother to be an evil witch like Rose is making her out to be. I think she's a very beautiful black woman. And I think that Rose is a reflection of her mother, and her mother's a reflection of Rose. And I just hope now, if you guys think I'm a channel holder where I'm just gonna drag Rose and drag her mother, and no, that's not the kind of commentary I do, because I consider that gossip, and gossip is really sinning. I talk about a situation that is put in the front on the forefront to the public, and I give my opinion on it. But I hope that by the time you guys get off this live, you take something away. That's what I want you guys to always take away from, you know, my thought process and how I process things. And I don't honestly think that Rose's mother is as bad as Rose is painting her out to be. And I think it's really messed up what she did to her mother. And I think that it was a setup to begin with, because Rose is a very insecure person, and that's okay. We all have insecurities within ourselves. And I think that it hit her like it would hit anybody getting 1 milli subscribers, and she's feeling like maybe the content going forward is not going to be good enough. She's probably in her head saying, I might lose subscribers. I don't have the kind of conversation that's going to keep these kind of following. And it can happen. So I really feel like she set her mother up for the drive-by. And this is no surprise to me how this played out. But I want, you guys, you may already heard it, but I'm talking about on my channel. We're going to break this down. I want y'all to listen to it again. If you heard it already, you heard it. Make sure y'all hit that like or that dislike button. They're both welcome. But we're going to sit down and we're going to listen to what the mother has to say. And I think that when you guys listen to what the mother has to say, whether you believe her or not, I don't think that you can still perceive this lady as a demon, a demonic force, a witch, somebody that's out to get or use Rose. If anybody is trying to live off her and use Rose, is her husband, Brett. Because I don't care how many times this girl says that he's at work or he works. There's no reason for him to work at this point because Rose makes enough to take care of all those children herself and that man. But she's been taking care of Brett for quite some time. So if your mother was trying to say, I'm trying to utilize, my daughter, having this big following, I don't see why it's okay for Brett to do it, but not your mother. Your mother at least gave you life. Now, what you did with it when you were old enough to lay up and have babies are on your own. It says there are two sides to every story. Right. There's three sides. There's your side, my side, and the truth. So we already know that's the old saying. And that's why I rock with you. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take this down for a minute. Let me take this down. Let me remove this. Reason why I have to remove it is sometimes when you have the video part up, you can't really see the messages all that good. Thank you so much, Chick Life. It says from day one, I knew Rose is sincerely phony. No pun intended. You didn't say that wrong, Ocean. I'm gonna tell you from day one. I'm trying to figure out why people are gravitating to this girl's content because to me, she's putting up a bunch of bogus BS. They don't even seem like family vlogs. It seems like somebody that's crying out for attention. No pun intended. I have nothing against Rose. I'm not going to drag her, but I have to tell the truth to shame the devil. I don't understand why people are flocking in to see. I know why, because they're waiting for the next meltdown. Let's put a Y in the chat if we all agree. You guys are waiting for the next meltdown. Agree, my mom had me young, so we didn't really bond as mother and daughter should, but she is my mother and I love her to death. Me too. I always pray for better for us. That's right, Ashley. And you sound like me because that's the same situation with me and my mother. She's gonna always be my mother, and I love her to death. And I'm never gonna get the Mother of the Year award, but I still gave my child life. And you know what I'm saying. I had my son young too. Nobody's above life's classroom, and that's what Rose needs to understand. Rose will do another rebuttal on her. Oh, of course, she's gonna do that for content. I think this is all a play. They are working together. You think so too, Chick Life? As she says, 70 hours. He works. Yeah, right. Good afternoon, Genty. Hey, sweetie. Always here, my day one. This is my mod from day one from years ago. She rides with me through any content I put up. So, for all of you newcomers that are subscribed to the channel, welcome aboard. I hope I don't disappoint you. And thank you for joining me on this Friday. So let's begin this beautiful bean footage here.
Hey everyone, my name is Janarda. Hello everyone, this is Janarda Makeupson. I am Rose's mother, and
she's a pretty lady.
To let you guys all know that, first of all, I don't really do social media.
You only get one mother.
Rose does. I'm not into all of this, I feel like this is defamation of character, so I must get on here and defend myself as a woman, as a real estate broker, as a book author, and as a mother. Rose is not my only child. I have other kids, 5 kids other than Rose, okay? And they're all adults right now. And
get on up there, girl.
Today, and I just want you guys to know, first of all, every single thing that Rose is telling to you is completely a lie. And I hate to say it like that. Yes, our family has had some issues. I've been hearing, people have been calling my phone, emailing me, and all sorts of things. One thing I can say for sure, our family has had our ups and downs. But one thing I am not is a pedophile.
I know that's right.
children. That is such a horrible thing to say, that the son that I raised, my stepson, that I took to football practice,
Right.
every event when his father was running the streets. Yes, his father ran the streets. We had our kids when we were young. He had his child when he was young, younger than me. I think he had his first kid when he was like 14. He may have had his son. And he's a few years older than me. So yeah, we had kids young. And so, you know, we did our best in raising our kids and tried to have them in a good home. We were real estate investors and all of that good stuff. But at the same time, behind the scenes, as a wife, I was going through my issues. I was going through domestic violence, financial abuse, emotional abuse, and all of those things. It's funny how Rose is changing the whole entire scenario around. When I met my ex-husband, I was a sweet young lady that didn't even cuss. If you read my book,
and you're not cussing now.
He actually encouraged me. Why are you not cussing at your kids? Because I had 2 kids before I met him. I had my kids really young. I have a long story. If you read my book, you can find out. But anyway, I'm not trying to promote my book. I'm actually trying to clear my name, okay? So when I met him, he took on my son that was still an infant because my 2 kids' father had went away to jail, okay? He did his time. He was a great guy too, but you know, I do want to get on here and say one thing before I start all of this. I want to say that my ex-husband, the person that actually abused me, I am not trying to hurt his character, because him as a person today,
she's just making a book
changed his life around
about her life.
I left him in 2003, sweetheart. I got divorced 2003, my loves.
Long time ago.
That was a long, long time ago. I have grown, he has grown, and life goes on. The only person that's actually hurting and
is
trying
Rose.
to get famous on the internet by using me and others is Rose Rogers. Oh, Miller. Okay? So the truth is that me and my ex-husband, he apologized to me one day, and I genuinely accepted his apology. But I still wanted to tell my story.
They both have accepted each other's apology. Only one that hasn't accepted apologies and forgiveness is Rose. The father didn't even want to get into nothing with Rose on the phone when he knew that she was on live talking about her mother, because he's a saved man. He's a man of God. And you can forget. You might never forget, but you have to forgive in order to set yourself free. And if they have forgiven each other, why is there a problem with Rose forgiving her mother? Whether it's true or not that the mother did that, that's something that, you know, Rose's mother has to take to her grave. That's who she has to answer to, her God, when it's time, you know what I'm saying, to go through those pearly gates. And I don't think that Rose should have made the option for her mother to put that on social media. I'm sorry.
I didn't want to stop telling my story because my story can help a lot of women today. You know, we get into these relationships and we think that, oh, he's loving me, he's taking care of me, this is a great guy, especially after you've been through cycles of abuse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you meet somebody and you think, okay, this is the one. And then you find out, like, he's hurting me. He's keeping me. He rolled my books over when I was trying to go to nursing school so I would not go to school. You understand what I'm saying? He beat me while I was pregnant with my daughter. And this is way before my stepson passed away, okay, to clear that up. The abuse started with my ex-husband actually before I even had Rose. About 10 years before my stepson even passed away. I got to remember all of this because I got to bring it all back, right? I just want you guys to know I'm a woman of God. I love God so much. And I'm not one of them ones that just holler God and don't believe in him. I wake up to God. I live God. I pray through God. I ask him to help me through the day. And I've always believed and loved God. And I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. You know, my mom was a Jehovah's Witness. My mom is an awesome, amazing, beautiful woman.
She's even
She
talking
has
about her
made
grandmother
mistakes,
being
just like my ex-husband has
ahead.
made his mistakes, and now he changed his life. He's a preacher, he's a bishop, and I'm happy for him. But the story still remains of what I went through that can help other women today. It's not a story to bash him for who he is today or to bash anybody for who they are. Rose speaking on my mother and my father, saying that my mother sold drugs and all that. Rose has never seen my mother sell drugs. I have never seen my mother sell drugs. So that right there is a lie and complete defamation of character to my loving, amazing, beautiful, and awesome mother. You know what I'm saying? Rose even said on here and told you guys that her own dad, I don't know, some things about her dad. I don't know. You guys, it seems like she says a lot of good stuff about her dad, but reality is when she was getting married, her dad said, "Why didn't you ask me to marry you?" And Rose said, "Oh, because I didn't want you to marry me, blah, 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 blah." She had another person marry her. On the day of Rose's marriage, let's skip to that. Rose got married. I drove to Las Vegas from Los Angeles.
I heard you were drunk though, ma'am.
I was extremely excited.
And extremely drunk, allegedly.
No, their daughter getting married, the first marriage of the whole family is like, I was so excited.
I don't get too dramatic with it now.
Everybody got to come to Rose's marriage. This is so amazing. This is so awesome. I had already knew Brett. I had been coming around. You know, I spent months and days back and forth from California to Vegas. At one point, I even was homeless because I went through a situation where someone told me I can get an apartment, and then she reneged on the apartment. So I was homeless for probably like a couple months or so. And Rose was like, "Why won't you come out here with me? You can help watch my kids while I go to work." She was actually a entertainer, a stripper at the time. And she said, "Why don't you watch my kids for me? I be needing people to watch my kids. I don't trust everybody with my kids. Come on, why are you staying in hotels?" Because I had money, so I was staying in hotels. And I was happy staying in California in the hotels. I did not mind that. But I said, you know what? I want to go see my kids, my grandkids and everything, because I always came back and forth. When Rose living in Vegas, I was always back and forth. As a matter of fact, all of the kids,
instinct said, "Booty on the counter. This is why I eat at home."
Kids in LA, now Texas, my kids like to travel. I don't know. So I have kids everywhere, Ohio, but we all came together for Rosie's wedding, just like we all would come together and meet in Vegas. The whole time that I knew Brett, he's a liar. I love you, Brett, but you are a liar.
Brett be lying
on social media and say that you only saw me once or twice. Brett, can we stop lying? Because this is getting. Listen, Rose just called me a sex.
Brett would lie just to keep Rose from jumping on him. He said he'd rather it be you than him. If he had to choose, he gonna sacrifice you.
And she said, "Mom, you know I do this for a living. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Yes, indeed, you do this for a living, and I would never want to stop your flow of cash, and I would never want to stop your flow, period. But you will not use me and define my character, defamation of character, for your profit. That can't happen, because I also have businesses that
he's scared of Rose
for a living. I am a real estate broker, and I worked so hard to get to that level, and I've been in real estate for 10 years, going on 10 years, 9 years, and I am licensed in California as well as Georgia. If you look me up and Google me, you'll see all the homes I sold. While I was in Georgia, me and Rose was together. We both lived in Georgia. I bet you she didn't tell you that. Rose was at my house all the time. Roz was at my house all the time. I was there when not Roz was born, because he was born in Ohio. But I was actually there when Raiden was born. I was all around Rose when Roz, the baby that they say I don't like because he's white. That's so stupid. When Roz was born, not Roz, so many kids.
Rose be making up so many stories. I really believe that.
I was always there. I babysat Race. We hung out. We kicked it. I stayed at Rose's house Before my book came out, me and Rose made videos. I don't know if you guys been following Rose long enough. We made some little dance video she made me make with her. It was like super fun. But me and Rose has always had a very challenged relationship. Now, I hope I touched on some things, but one thing I do want to touch on, and this is a very sensitive subject, and this is my stepson, rest in peace. I don't really want to even talk about this because this is extremely hurtful. I'm going to wrap this up and say one thing. Heavenly Father, Almighty God, Yahuwah, I pray that you be
I
with
know,
me
that's what I said.
in the
Your
way
own
I say
mother.
this,
You only
and
get
all due
one.
respect for my dead stepson.
I think she's lying too. I hate
My
to say it, but
stepson was killed. The Bible says, honor your mother and your father. That is the first commandment with a promise. My stepson disobeyed his father. He did not honor his father. I had been such a mother to him while his father, he was young. I give him excuses. I guess I give people excuses because I see the good in everybody. He was a good provider, Rose's father and my dead stepson's father, but he was always in the streets and he was not at home. I was taking my stepson to basketball, football practice. I was coming up and back to the school when the teachers was telling me this and that was going on. I was 100% his mom. All due respect, he has a mom, but he came to live with us. And because we had a bigger house, we were living in the suburbs, he had a better school to go to, and they had me as I was taking care of my kids and sending them back and forth to gymnastics and sports.
I believe her.
Soccer, and my sons to basketball and football. I was that mom. I was the all-American but black mom, you see? And so his mom lived in the projects, a not very good area, and she said she was having problems with her son. So her son came to live with us, and unfortunately, he did come on to me, and I did tell his dad, and his dad decided to send him to Las Vegas. And that was not my fault. And I am still extremely sad to this day. I felt like, should I have told his dad he came on to me? Or should I have just been quiet? If I had been quiet, he may have continued to come on to me. I actually told him, hey, you can't do that. You got to respect your dad. I grew up on morals, values, and principles. Respect your dad. He did not respect his dad. He came on to me. So what I did was, I told his dad, even though his dad was a liar, a cheater, a beater, slept with people in my family, all sorts of things at that time. In his defense, he is a changed man today, but I'm speaking on the past, okay? So I told his dad, my abuser and husband at the time, hey, your son's gotten out of hand. I know you haven't been able to be home that much, but he's come on to me, you know what I'm saying? So you probably needed to have a talk with him. Well, I didn't know he was going to send him to Las Vegas, Nevada, but that's what he did. And we were living in Ohio. So he went there for the summer. He said, I'm only going to send him there for the summer. When he comes back, he can go and stay with his mom, his real mom. You know, I'm going to go ahead and talk to his mom. I'm like, darn, you know, I think that might be the best thing because I can't have someone living in this house. I'm young. I probably look young. I'm still attractive, you know, like I can't deal with that. You're running the streets. You're screwing other women. He's seeing the way you're abusing me. He's coming to me, telling me, hey, I don't like the way my dad's treating you.
Trying to push up on her.
Disrespecting you. And I actually elaborate a little bit of that, I believe, in my book, okay? Breaking Cycles, the story of breaking cycles of abuse. This is not about the book. I'm not trying to advertise the book. I'm truly trying to clear my name, okay? I have no reason to come to you guys and tell you none of this because I have nothing to prove to none of you. I love all people, and especially women that's been through abuse and things that I've been through, young mothers, you know. keep going. Be strong. All of that. Okay, I'm all for the people. Black, white, polka dot. I'm actually mixed with white. I'm actually mixed with a bunch of different things. You see the hair and all that, okay? Rose is mixed with Jamaican from her dad's side. Her dad put a paper bag to clear up the I'm the one who's prejudiced against black and white. Her dad, when I first met him as a youngster coming from California to Ohio, I wasn't used to racial differences. If you guys know California, California is a, hey, everybody, we all love each other, let's do it. Like, we're a very, I don't know the word politically, is it liberal? I don't know. But we're just like for the people type of state, right? So I came to Ohio from California. Me and my mom had issues. And, you know, I came to Ohio. And so anyway, as time went on, after my kids, I met Rose's dad, right? We got into a relationship. I remember one day, he had already started to abuse me back then. We were in the house, because we lived in my grandmother's house, and we fixed it up and we ended up selling it. That's when we first started doing fix and flips, which, as I told you, I'm a real estate investor and broker, and that's what I love doing that, actually. So, make a long story short, he called me downstairs in front of all of his friends from Ohio. I'm the Cali girl, happy-go-lucky. He said I don't cuss enough. I don't cuss at my kids.
Hey, Cyrus.
I'm too, I don't know, nerdsy or whatever he thought. I don't know. I should be more hood. I didn't grow up in the hood, so I'm not hood. Hey, it is what it is. I've kicked it with people in the hood, because good girls always like to be around a little bit of ratchetness. But anyway, just letting you guys know a little bit of history. So I'm here to tell you, recording will be stopped. Okay, I think I'm going too long. But however, let's see if this recording is still going on. I don't know too much about this. Okay, yeah, it is. Just want you guys to know, so her dad brought a paper bag down. He put it up to my face and he said, "You just passed the test." I said, "What test?" He said, "You're just light enough. You have to be lighter than the paper bag for me to talk to you." And he's sitting up here black as the daggone counter and has these clothes on me. I said, I like black, I like light, I like white, I like everything. I like people. I like your heart. I like the way you treat me. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, he was treating me, he
wheeled you in.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna love you, but he taking care of and loving does not come in just the dollars, okay? He might have had the dollars to do that, but the reality is you got to be sure that somebody's taking care of your heart, taking care of your physical body, not to get hurt, taking care of your mental, and putting that paper bag up to my face and telling me that I barely made the cut. I guess I barely was light enough. Hurt me.
Yes, that's her mother, Juicy Peach.
Of emotional, psychological, and all of that type of abuse. Red flag, ladies. Ching. You're good enough. You're good enough if you're light, if you're dark, if you're white, if you're black, if you're polka dot, as my grandmother grew up telling me. She says, I don't care if you're polka dot. If you're a good person, that's who you are. So I've always learned to look at people on their good side, you know? And I guess I overlooked a lot of red flags, okay? But I'm not the prejudiced one. My grandfather that my grandmother married, that we call Grandpa Allen, that I love to the core, that was in the room with me when I had my son, my son's dad was in jail, that I held his hand. He was Polish, as white as a snowflake, and Rose knows how much I love Alan. He came to my house on many dinners all the time, him and my grandmother. They got married in Hawaii, which is why I always said I wanted to go to Hawaii, because my grandmother and Grandpa Allen, my step-grandpa, got married in Hawaii. I am truly not a racist. I hope and I
believe her,
that you guys believe me and not all of this chaos. Rose needs prayer. Pray for my daughter. She has her psychological issues, and I can give it to her. She called me and said, you know, I have a platform. Okay, you have a platform, but that don't mean you abuse me. And defamation of character To me, I have a platform too. I'm a real estate broker. I'm an author. I'm a mother. I'm a friend. I'm a wife. Like, I got some situations going.
Because Rose said that the mother had sexual relations with her brother. That's why. So she wanted to clear her name, Juicy Peach.
Going on too, honey. My life is just as important as yours. Do not bring my character down. I am a woman of God, and God will take care of his chosen ones. Okay? So I will pray nightly and every single day and all day, as I always do, that God takes care of Rose, changes her, lets her look deep inside her heart. What has hurt her? Honey, you don't have to use your platform to talk about and be mean to other people. That's not the right platform. Don't do me like that. I don't care
believe
about
her
your
too.
platform, but you will not talk about me like that. I want you to make your money. I want you to be extremely successful, but you can win by doing good things. You don't have to lie and cheat and steal and kill to get your money.
Yeah,
You
that's
can be
right.
a good person, and that's the problem of society today. We think that the devil runs stuff. He don't run nothing.
She said, "Okay, I'm over her
I
too."
rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Yahushua, Jesus, as you know, Yahushua, Hebrew word. You know what I'm saying? Do not get so engulfed in social media and getting money that you hurt people that you love, and you lie on people that you love. I really, really hope that I covered pretty much everything. I love you all. I love you all with the love of God. Be blessed, be prosperous, be happy, be generous, be kind, be loving. And I love you, Rose Moniqua Rogers. I love my daughter. And I love every single one of my grandkids. Oh, one more thing. I don't love Brett's kids. Brett is a liar. He knows that I've been around every single last one of his kids. When him and Rose moved to Arizona, I don't like to fly. I have a fear of flying. I have a little anxiety when it comes to flying. I'm not going to lie. And elevators and heights, okay? Scary Berry, okay? But anyway, which is probably where Rose got that from. Scared of heights and stuff. Hey, she does have my DNA somewhere. She acts like her dad and being mean and aggressive, but she has my DNA. So, I don't like to fly, etc. So when she moved to Arizona, I can't take that drive by myself. It's a little bit further than Vegas. Vegas is a straight shot from LA.
Right.
But she has to come and see me. She's not my only child. I have 6 kids, and I have about 10 grandkids. Those ain't my only grandkids. I'm a young, beautiful mom. Thank you to all the grace of God, because I think that he preserved me through all the BS that I've been through in my life. But reality is I can't cater only to Rose. She had 1 kid, I was there. Hey, I got you, mama got you. Then you had 2 kids, I still got you. I was right there when he was actually born. Then she had 3 kids, okay, I'm in and out, I love you. Hey, I'm still trying to move around. And hey, I started from scratch when I left her dad. I didn't have nothing. I agreed to everything because I was scared through that divorce. I just wanted it over. So I had to start from scratch. I had to build up my money. I even went through homelessness. It's a whole story behind it, okay? So for her to sit up here and make it like I just deserted her. I got Charm, Snoof, Mish, Mar. I got other kids besides Rose, okay? So at the end of the day, Maki, everybody got kids except Mario and Miss Chalet. So Rose is not the only one with kids. Y'all gotta come and visit me too. Life is hard, and I don't like to fly like that. When Rose left Vegas, it made it a little bit harder for me to see her. Rose was the one that I saw her kids the most, and then Maki, my youngest little girl. You know what I'm saying? I still have some flights to catch, and I still gotta go visit some more kids. I'm not perfect. Oh, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, y'all. But I definitely try, and I'm definitely not all these things that Rose makes me out to be. All right? So I hope you guys have a beautiful, amazing, and blessed day. And much love, okay? Bye.
Yeah, that's unfortunate and stuff. I'm sorry, but I believe the mother. You know what I'm saying? I think Rose is very insecure. I think that she's dealing with issues that only a counselor, somebody that went to school, can help her out with. You know what I'm saying? She's got to let things go. And there's some things we have to pick and choose our battles. I don't think that it was appropriate for her to put anything of her family business on to no social media, because at the end of the day, these people that you're telling ain't got no love for you like that. And once they get good and ready to switch up on you, which they always do eventually, they're going to use it against you. Because when you put people in your business, they stay in your business. And we all know that. And it's really sad that Rose, said these things about her mother. And even if there was some truth to it, it don't make it right to go get on social media, get onto your platform and tell the world. That's something that your mother did, if there's any truth to it. What's the name of mom's channel? Hold on, I'll pull it up now. 1 second. Yeah, go over and subscribe to her channel, because the one thing I like to do, especially if I'm using somebody's content, I like to share, um, you know what I'm saying, give credit to. And also, I like to promote to, subscribe to the person's channel. If she's trying to grow her channel, allow her to do it like her daughter did her channel. She grew her channel. This is the mother's channel right here. I will put the link right now in the description of this video so you guys can go over and subscribe to the mother's channel. Oh, wait a minute. What am I? It's not right. Hold on, guys. What is going on? So here's a link right here. Yeah, go over and support, go support the mother. Hopefully if she makes another video, it's on a different topic. And I hope she doesn't go back and forth with Rose, because, this is crazy. This is just a total mess. At the end of the day, you only get one mother, and honey, something can happen in a blink of the eye and you'll have nothing but regrets. We have to learn how to mourn and move on. Forgive. That's the only way you're going to truly set yourself free, is to forgive. So I'm not staying on here too long, because I had a long live earlier with Boring Rose, and then we saw her husband. He kind of, made it a little bit more livelier on that live. But honey, I'm done for today. I have more to come tomorrow, but I'm about to rest, and I will be back up here tomorrow with some more tea. Thanks, because Rose would get, she's kicking people out for asking. Well, you know what? She shouldn't have started the mess in the first place. Rose shouldn't have. Now she don't want to talk about it after she didn't sparked it up. You see how things play out? But listen, y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. Make sure that you hit that like or dislike button. It is free, I promise you, to hit the like or the dislike button. Y'all stay blessed. Love y'all, and I'm out. Mwah.